Good morning everyone. So today, I will briefly explain about ESG, SRI Sukuk, Green Sukuk, and how Islamic finance supports sustainability. ESG refers to environmental, social and governance factor, while SRI and Green Sukuk are Islamic financial instruments that promote responsible and sustainable investment. Islamic finance and sustainability share the same vibes because they emphasize ethical business practices, fairness and long-term economic growth while protecting society and the environment. Islamic finance promotes social justice, prohibits harmful financial activities like interest and gambling, and requires investments to be backed by real assets. These principles encourage responsible and sustainable economic development. Islamic finance instruments such as Green Sukuk, Zakat and Wakaf can finance renewable energy, education and healthcare projects. Therefore, Islamic finance strongly support ESG principles and the sustainable development goals.
Now, I will present the differences between conventional bonds and Sukuk. Firstly, in terms of nature, conventional bonds represent a debt obligation, whereas investors lend money to the issuer. In contrast, Sukuk represent ownership or beneficial interest in an underlying asset, project, and investment activity. Second, regarding return to investor, bondholder receive fixed interest payment known as coupon. However, Sukuk investor earn returns from profit, rental income, or the performance of the underlying asset which comply with the Sharia principle. Third, issuance process. Conventional bond only required approval from the Securities Commission. Sukuk, on the other hand, must be approved by Sharia scholar to ensure compliance with Islamic principle and avoid elements such as riba and interest. In terms of ownership, bondholders are considered creditors of the issuer. Sukuk holders, however, have ownership right or a beneficial interest in specific asset or project. Another difference is the underlying asset. Conventional bonds do not require asset backing, while Sukuk must be supported by tangible asset or identifiable investment. For risk sharing, bondholders mainly bear credit or default risk while receiving fixed return. Sukuk investors share both the risk and reward associated with the underlying asset. Finally, regarding the use of fund, bond proceeds can generally be used for any legal purposes, whereas Sukuk fund can only be invested in Sharia compliance activity and asset.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Gina Karina binti Mazlan. In this section, I will discuss the key characteristics of Sri Sukuk and Green Sukuk. Firstly is the Sharia compliance. Both Sukuk must comply with Islamic finance principle and must be approved by Sharia scholar and regulatory authorities such as Securities Commission Malaysia. This means that the financing structure must avoid elements such as riba or interest horror, which refer to excessive entertain and investment in prohibited activities. As a result, the Sukuk instruments uphold Islamic ethical values while supporting sustainable development. Secondly, ethical and responsible investment. Sri Sukuk and Green Sukuk focus on financing projects that create positive environmental and social impacts. Sri Sukuk may support projects such as education, healthcare, social welfare, renewable energy, and sustainable infrastructure. Meanwhile, Green Sukuk specifically finance environmental friendly projects including renewable energy, green building, sustainable transportation, and climate change mitigation initiative. Therefore, these investments generate both financial returns and social benefits. Thirdly is the transparency and accountability. A key characteristic of both Sukuk instruments is the requirement for transparency in the use of proceeds. Issuer must clearly disclose how the fund is located and provide regular reports on the progress and outcomes. This ensures accountability to investors and help prevent issues such as greenwashing, where the projects are falsely presented as environmentally sustainable. The last characteristic is alignment with global sustainability goals. Sri Sukuk and Green Sukuk are closely aligned with global sustainability framework, including United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. They contribute to environmental protection, social development, and responsible governance while supporting long-term sustainable economic growth. Through these alignments, these Sukuk instruments help bridge Islamic finance with international sustainability objectives. In conclusion, Sri Sukuk and Green Sukuk combine Sharia compliance financing with sustainability principle through the ethical investment, transparency, and accountability. Also, support for global sustainability goals. These characteristics make them important instruments for promoting sustainable development and advancing the future of Islamic finance.
Hi, my name is Nur Azmina Subedi and I will present the importance of Maqasid Syariah in sustainable Islamic finance that is illustrated by the Pyramid of Maslahah. Maqasid Syariah, representing the ultimate aims of Islamic law, ensures that wealth creation is conducted ethically and socially responsible. The foundation Daruriyah embodies the essential needs for societal survival, emphasizing that Islamic financial institutions must protect 5 core elements, which are religion, life, intellect, posterity, and property. Violating these principles, such as funding harmful businesses, undermines this fundamental level. Moving up the pyramid, Hajiyah focuses on mitigating hardships and enhancing daily operations, demonstrated by staff training that improves service efficiency. At the third level, Tahsiniyah represents refinements for system perfection, emphasizing market transparency and robust consumer protection to build trust. This framework allows Islamic financial institutions to prioritize social well-being alongside economic growth, transforming finance into
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Damia Christina binti Muhammad Shukri. Now I will briefly explain 5 examples of project finance through Sukuk. The first one is Tado Energy's Neighborhood. The company issued RM250 million Green Sri Sukuk in 2017 to build a 50 megawatt solar power plant. The project promotes renewable energy and generates income through electricity sales. The second one is PNB Merdeka 118 Tower. PNB issued Green Sri Sukuk and Sustainability Sukuk to finance the development of Merdeka 118, one of the tallest buildings in the world. The fund supported constructions and green technologies. And the third example is Sunway Healthcare Treasury Neighborhood. The company issued Sri Sukuk to expand hospitals, purchase medical equipment, and improve healthcare facilities. This shows how Sukuk can support social development. The fourth example is Ais Selangor. Ais Selangor issued RM1.5 billion SRI Sukuk to improve water treatment facilities, replace aging pipes, and ensure a sustainable water supply for the public. And the last one is Johor Plantation Group Berhad. The company issued RM1.35 billion Sukuk Wakalah to refinance existing financing, reduce costs, and support future business expansions. In conclusion, Sukuk can finance renewable energy, infrastructure, healthcare, water management, and business growth while supporting sustainable economic development. So that's all from us. Thank you.